Since it is of the infinite radius of the fact that we are not at the center of the earth, but at some distances from the center does not make matter. Okay, so you can think of the celestial sphere as being centered around, centered around us. Okay, so when you look at the sky, you are basically at the center of the celestial sphere, and the rotation does not. We are not the bothered with the rotation of this sphere. It rotates every 24 hours. The whole thing goes around. We are not interested in the, okay, so in that. Okay, so all the stars maintain fixed positions in the sky, and the sphere is relative to one another, and the celestial sphere is fixed, so that so the position of the fixed stars do not changes on the celestial sphere. The position relative, and we see what we see is going to change because it rotates every 24 hours. And mm, so the part of celestial sphere that you can see will depend on which hemisphere and you are located in. Okay, so if you are located in the northern hemisphere, you will only see things above. Okay, so if you are located in the northern hemisphere, you view will be restricted to the northern parts and near the northern celestial pole. If you are in the southern hemisphere, obviously you will not be able to see the north pole or things near the north celestial sphere. So people in the southern hemisphere will be seeing things near the southern celestial pole. People in the equator are privileged because they will see nearly the very large part of the celestial sphere. So India, for example, we are quite privileged that way we are close to the equator, and we can see a large part of the celestial sphere. Okay, now we cannot see the whole of the southern celestial sphere, but we can still access a large part of the, okay, a larger part of it. Okay, and which is one advantage of the having your observatory located near the equator. Okay, so that it was telling you was that at present in the year of 2000, the location year of the 2000, the location of the spring equinox was in the Aries celestations, but I also told you that the rotation axis of the earth processes, and it processes very slowly, but it does processes. And so as the consequences of this, the location of the spinning equinox also changes with the time. Okay, and in the year of 2000 BC, the spring equinox was located in the Aquarius. So constellations. Okay, so the location of the spring equinox and expect to the other fixed stars has changed gradually over time, and this is something that has to be appreciated because we use the location of spring equinox. So people have over in different cultures. Okay, people have used the location of the spring equinox to set their time scales. So the time scales is decided by the event that we have the spring equinox to say that we start our calendar from the day we have the spring equinox. Okay, which is roughly what we do now, and also write our calendar. The Bengali calendar particularly start from the day roughly is decided by the day of the spring equinox. Okay, but the spring equinox itself has changed over time. Okay, so because of the precision of this Earth's axis of the rotation, so this is an important point to note. In the 2000 BC, it was the Aquarius constellation. So it was when the sun entered the Aquarius constellations, and now it is when the sun enters the Aries and the constellation. So this keeps on changing which times where with the time. And okay, so finally let me tell you about the celestial and the equatorial of the coordinate system. And that we use on the sky. And the coordinate system is called the one in which in that is most commonly used and it is equatorial coordinate system. So this is the celestial coordinate system, which is a coordinate system that is fixed in the celestial sphere. Okay, this coordinate system is very similar to the latitude and the longitude that we use on the earth, and very similar to that it is also very similar to the spherical polar coordinate that we use in this three-dimensional geometry. Okay, so this is a celestial sphere, and the aim of the coordinate system of this equatorial coordinates is a label every point on the celestial sphere. The whole sky is on the celestial sphere, so the aim of this coordinate system is to label every point of the celestial sphere, and the observer that is us, we are located at the center now. So let us see how we label this point on the sky, and the particular point on the sky. And so there is a point which is shown over here by this black line. So we are looking in this directions. There is a star in the direction, let us say, and we want to give coordinates to this.